All right, how's it going, Dynamo fans? We're here today on a new video today. Obviously, I want to start my MLS um season recap or game recap, and obviously we are from Houston Dynamo from Houston basically. And thank you so much for watching. All I want to say is this is where you'll find the I guess the talk of how the Dynamo played it last night with the win against Chicago Fire, a game that obviously it's a lot to talk about. Obviously, it's the first game match, the first game of the season, and I know that everything is not gonna go as planned the first game, and some of it is as you can see today. We did win last night in a very, I can say, heartwarming season opener. Going back to the stadium is obviously always heartwarming. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching this video, for watching this. And if, like I said, if there's anybody out there that are doing these type of videos, let me get in contact with you. I really want to start, doing with more people. And like I said, let's start talking about the Dynamo today. Like I said, the season first started last night for a lot of teams of the MLS. Some of them are going actually right now. I think LA Galaxy was playing right now. But as we speak, guys, like I said, if you there are some videos, obviously, sir, there are some things on TikTok that obviously you won't be able to see here in the video. But as you can see up here, I have some some other images so we can talk about certain things, certain stats that I really want to talk about. But yeah, if you have any questions, any concerns, like I said, let me know. But yeah, let's talk about it. So the Dynamo yesterday faced Chicago Fire, a Chicago Fire that for me, I think they displayed a couple mistakes of the Dynamo that you can say errors that they made in transition. And I'm so sorry, guys, for my English. It's not my first language. Spanish is my first language, but I'm trying my best to talk here in English for you. So if there's some words that I mispronounce or whatever, I'm so sorry. But yeah, guys, like I said, the Chicago Fire obviously made Dynamo pay for the mistakes that they made. And it's something that I like seeing because, like I said, it's not always going to go right for you. And you have to be ready. You have to be prepared to be able to come back from actually those mistakes. And I think the Dynamo did that last night. They proved once again, man. They proved once again tonight or last night that they are a team to be basically concerned, and we are going to be a playoff team. Actually, one of our players, even our coach, said that this is a playoff team. So for me, last night you're 1-0 at your house at home. You're losing 1-0, and what do? They bring in the one and only Augusto Guilherme from Brazil. He comes and makes a great first impression, first impact, scoring not one but two. Two good goals for me in my case. That obviously you can tell right away that this guy, obviously, you can tell the quality of this guy. I really like his speed, and the first goal was so good. We are gonna be able to see some of these games, and like I said, if you want to see this on TikTok where it's more better, and I have the videos and the play by play. Obviously, you're welcome to see that. Like I said, it was a very we're now watching everything on the TikTok. But yeah, so right now, guys, we're gonna go over play by play of what happened last night at the Houston Dynamo Stadium, and I really want to say, man, I think the Dynamo played really great, especially that second half for me was one thing that I really love. Like I said, the fact that you can respond losing or going behind at your home, and then you're being able to respond is obviously especially what you want to see for the Houston Dynamo. As you can see, halftime we were losing 1-0 by a mistake, and then the quality to come back and win 2-1. It's actually amazing against this Chicago Fire team, who are actually, let me see real quick. Let me go back to this. For me, there's a couple of players for me that the Chicago Fire have. You can say his name is Hugo Goldperis, if I'm not mistaken, 29 years of age, Belgium, really good striker. Another very good player, Leonardo Barroso from Chicago Fire. He played very well for me, and obviously a couple other players that we can say, from they have a lot of very good quality. A lot of people that are not from the US. They bring a lot of players from Europe, and like I said, another one, Anton Saltroso, is another good player for me. Talking about MLS quality, in this instance, right? So yeah, a lot of good players, and obviously us. We're gonna go over the lineup. We have Jonathan Bond at the behind the post. We got Lucas Holter, Brazilian center back that we got. We got Antonio Carlos, another Brazilian center back. We actually have another one from Denmark, Eric Stashchenko. He's actually been with us. Let's go with Duane Holmes. Now that Dorsey has gone, one of the things that is, I guess, the Dynamo is looking for is being able to replace him. And I think last night was very good, very good observation to see other people trying to fill that gap. And I think he did great. He actually got a 7.8 on FootMod. I think he did amazing. We got Agustin Bosat from Argentina. One of the things that I really loved is this midfield. Like, the Dynamo were known a couple years ago by having one of the best midfield possession, and I think like, especially in the first half. Yes, we went down first half, but you can tell that the Dynamo possessed most of the ball. Obviously, for me, one of the players that I love so much in this Dynamo team that I really really love, and I hope one day I can meet this guy. Jack McGlynn, for me, I said it before, he's one of the biggest prospects of U.S. soccer at the moment, even MLS, you can say. I won't be surprised. Obviously, he's 22 years of age. If I'm not mistaken, last year was his first year with us. And obviously, I don't know whether or not he's going to go to Europe. I think he was acquired by a couple European teams, and I don't think Dynamo let him go. But he's so good. And we're going to be reacting to, obviously, to Guillerme's first goal, where Ponce, and we're going to be talking about Ponce as well, a couple players that I've seen that played a different role last night, and they did make an impact. So, yeah, Jack McGlynn, amazing player. I love this guy so much. He was playing more at a deep role position, and somehow, some way, this guy found a way to find Guillermo, who needles a pass straight down the middle, finds Guillermo, and for the first goal of his MLS career, he finds the back of the net. Like I said, for me, McGlynn, if you surround McGlynn with a quality midfield, at the moment Arthur is injured, but actually Ache is back for Houston Dynamo. I'm not sure what's it called. For me, last night, yes, he did not play, but still, for me, it's a very, very good player to have, honestly. I think he's a very, very good player to have because he has that experience. He did win Bicampeonato with Toluca, which means he won back-to-back Liga MX titles. And like I said, if you wrap McGlynn in a very nice midfield, possession-based team, McGlynn will respond. And like I said, last night was prime example of why I think McGlynn, like I said, he's one of the biggest prospect of U.S. soccer MLS. And yeah, he played exactly how I thought he was going to play, man. Loris Enali, another great player. If I'm not mistaken, we got him last year. And I think injuries were kind of on his way. But once again, man, I like this Dynamo because they're playing now with attacking wingbacks. And it makes the game so much easier. So like I said, the Dynamo played 3 in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4 players in the midfield, 2 center mids, 2 wingbacks going up and down. They played 2 center attacking mids, which is Guillermo Augusto, and you got one of the players that I think we paid a lot for, and I like the fact that he responded it. The goal does come from his mistake, Bogus. He tried to make a pass back. He mispassed it, and obviously, Hugo Cypress obviously scored that goal against us. But yeah, on the second half, I think he did much, much better. And obviously, Ezequiel Ponce, we acquired him, if I'm not mistaken, last year. And is exactly what you want from a striker. Like I said, the first goal comes from the Dynamo. The first goal from the Dynamo come from a long ball. Ponce falls back, and that leads Guillermo to go basically attack the middle. Ponce drops it down to McGlynn, and McGlynn just fires a dart across the midfield, finds Guillermo, and he buries it down the basically back of the goal. Amazing, amazing. We're gonna be able to see this real quick. I don't think I'd be able to put it all of it, but I do want to be. I do want to be. I want to be able to try to get this real quick. Where is it at? So here it is. Like I said, I'm trying to find um the goals. You YouTube try to, like, wait for this, because I'm really trying to look for these goals for me. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that Guillermo goal might be goal of the week for me. I think he did pretty good, man. That goal was incredible for me. Hold on, give me a second. Houston Dynamo. I want to play it. It'll be in my clip on if we can pull it up for y'all. Give me a second, real quick. I'm trying. Okay, so here it is. So, like I said, let's be very analytic here. I think that's the right word. So, obviously, the keeper clears it. I'm gonna put this on mute. The keeper clears it, right? Ponce, your forward that you brought last year, right, brings it down. Like I said, you can see this on TikTok, guys. If you go on TikTok, you'll be able to see this. We're gonna analyze this goal play by play. So the player that you have as a striker drops down, right? You see Guillermo right here, ready to run, ready to attack the midfield, okay? So Ponce drops it down, finds McGlynn, and this pass might be one of the best passes I've seen from Houston Dynamo, man. So you have Guillermo right here in the middle. He's fast. I think he's 30 years old, Guillermo, but this guy is fast. This guy is quick. Yeah, I think he's 30. Yeah, he's 30. And like I said, this is why you pay the big bucks for these type of players. So you got McGlynn, and he's ready to dart this pass. Ready? Here we go. Dart right there. First time pass. And I think this is what basically is like the break or make of a through pass. Either you pass it first time and you don't give the defense the time to react, and you actually, and I feel like this is like practice, low key. They had to practice this. This is I don't know. This was an amazing pass. So your striker needs to know that the second he drops the ball, Ponce, to McGlynn is gonna basically make that pass. He needs to know that. So tell me why. Look at what Guillermo does. This is, like I said, this is why you play the big bucks. Guillermo steps over it, lets the ball pass. The speed of the ball is exactly what you want to find. He basically overlaps the defender, and he runs 30 yards and buries it down the net. This is masterclass by Guillermo, by McGlynn, by Ponce. Yes, your striker did not get a goal last night, your number 9, but he contributed so much when building that play. That play was excellent. That play was amazing. For me, yes, like I said, Ponce did not score, but by all means, this was a great play by the Houston Dynamo. And this is why the Dynamo can be so dangerous. You have a midfielder that knows how to play those through balls. You have Guillermo that knows how to tackle down that middle line. And by all means, man, guys, by all means, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. And even the commentator saw this while I was watching the highlights. Don't be surprised if Guillermo can be top striker, top scorer, or top contributor for the MLS. This guy is going to be so fun to watch, and I can't wait to watch him play for the Houston Dynamo. First game, 2 goals. Like I said, we analyze this play by play, and this is exactly what you want, your number 9, and this is exactly what you want, your prospect midfielder, McGlynn, to have a direct pass all the way to Guillermo, and that's exactly what you want Guillermo to do. Amazing, amazing goal for the first goal of his career as a Houston Dynamo player. And obviously, we are going to go back to the second goal of the Houston Dynamo. I'm trying to find it right here. For me, another great play by the Houston Dynamo. So, we're going to analyze this game again too, this goal. So, like we said, Bogus does a mistake in the first half, leads to a goal. It is what it is. One of the things we have to be careful playing this back line of 3 defenders, and I said it so much this time, is that we're going to have to be careful when it comes to playing super possession, because as we push as a unit, as a whole team, the mistakes, if we don't have center backs that can actually play good with their feet, we're gonna have a lot of trouble. That is the one thing that I'm afraid as a Houston Dynamo fan. If we can't have good center backs that play with their feet, good long balls, good passes along the field, we're gonna have to be careful playing this because, like I said, the Dynamo did play 3-4-2-1, and if one of us makes a mistake, we might be able to basically pay for it. And obviously, like I said, Bogus does that in the first half, and we pay for it. Now, this right here, the second goal of the Houston Dynamo, we're gonna analyze it. So again, you pay the big bucks for these type of players. Bogus is playing more as a center attacking mid, one of those players that they're not centered as a number 9. They're given the liberty to surround the box, to go and be more creative around the box. They're not telling them to basically go attack the box, even though they can, but they're going to be the more creative players. And that's why it's so important to have Bogus, Guillerme, and Ponce being able to read each other, to say one of you is gonna stick inside the box. The other two are gonna have to be able to drop back a little bit, receive the ball, make plays. Because at this point, we don't have wingers, we have wingbacks, which are not the same, and we have to be more careful. If we can somehow create with Bogus and Guillerme more width to be able to either cross it to Ponce and for him to drop the ball, or something like that, it's going to have to come down to these two players, which are Guillerme and which are Bogus, to be the more creative attacking midfielders, okay? So, like I said, you have Bogus at the side. Basically, he's a winger at this point, right? He makes a cross, and obviously, this is exactly why you want your number 9 to go down inside the box. So, Ponce drops it, controls it, drops it. He makes a beautiful turn. He turns the defender, and it's absolutely beautiful what happens next. Guillerme, again, one of the, I guess, stalkers inside the box. The commentators say to themselves, whoever is the quickest one to react inside the box is going to be the one that is either going to be benefited, or what's the other word? Or in trouble. And when it comes to defense, if the defender can be the more you can say the more on point with the ball, like faster reactions, they're gonna be able to clear it. If not, you have one attacking player that is ready to attack that box. And like I said, Guillerme was first to the ball. Obviously, Ponce attacks the area. The keeper does an amazing save. And like I said, the defense of Chicago Fire is basically not reacting. Look at this defender. The defender, and like I said, guys, on the YouTube, I know you're not going to be able to watch anything. Go to my TikTok. I'll be able to basically share these clips. But yeah, so like I said, the one that has the faster reactions inside the box, whether it's the defense team or the attacking team, are going to be the ones that benefit out of the whole result. So like I said, you got what? 1, 2, 3 players. Look at this. This is crazy. You got 3 players basically surrounding Ponce. They leave Guillerme by himself. This guy is a freaking shark inside the area. And look, this is amazing, dude. I love this. I love that 3 players are literally looking for Ponce not to shoot. He somehow still finds a way to shoot. And that leaves Guillerme. Look at Guillerme. Look how much time. Look how much space this guy has inside the box. An attacking midfield that has no mercy on you, that will pay if you do a mistake inside the area. This is amazing to watch, guys. Amazing. So he turns around, beats the defender, takes a shot. The goalkeeper does an amazing save. And guess who's there to clean up this mess? Guillerme, once again, right there, always on the area. Like I said, this guy is going to be so fun to watch. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be basically our top contributor when it comes to goals and assists this season. And I can't wait. So he comes and makes the goalkeeper pay. The Dynamo win their first 3 points at home. At home, guys. So, no, very, very lovely for me. This is amazing, amazing to watch. Like I said, it doesn't matter if my striker does not have contributions, but if you're playing the way that you're playing, like what we saw last night against Chicago Fire, Ponce, which, he brings down the ball with an amazing first touch. He turns around the defender. He shoots and leaves Guillermo one against one against the goalkeeper. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. And this is exactly what we saw last night. And for me, guys, this was amazing. Honestly, I cannot wait to go back. I think we play a home game next week again. Let's see the table right away. And yes, we play February 28th. I don't think it's here, actually. Now that I think about it, I don't even think it's going to be here at the Shell Energy Stadium. Let's go see the next fixtures right now. So, yeah, it's going to be the Houston Dynamo against LAFC. It's actually here, right? Oh, yeah, it is. It is here. Next week, guys, February 28th. Next week. And guess what, guys? We are going to be there, man. We are going to be there, dude. I can't wait to go over there, honestly. So Dynamo are gonna face LAFC next week. Let's go real quick at the table. So San Diego FC are top of the table. They actually beat the team 5-0. Who did they beat right now? They beat Montreal 5-0. Los Angeles just beat Inter Miami 3-0. And we're gonna go over this the review on Thursday. I think we're gonna react to the well, we're gonna see how the team goes to see to make like a game preview real quick. So yeah, so Los Angeles are second place, 3-0 against Inter Miami. Um, San Jose Earthquakes beats Sporting Kansas City 3-0 as well. Seattle Sounders also beat who did they beat last night? Or who did they beat? They beat Colorado Rapids 2-0 if I'm not mistaken. They go against Atlanta, and then FC Dallas beats Toronto FC. What the heck? What did they face against? Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, Colorado. They beat Colorado. Seattle beats Colorado. Okay. FC Dallas beats Toronto. Portland Timbers beats Columbus Crew 3-2, and then Houston Dynamo are seventh place with 3 points. They beat Chicago Fire 2-1. Like I said, guys, we are gonna go over the preview of the match on Thursday. So, like I said, please come back and watch this video. Like I said, I am trying my best to be able to speak both Spanish and English at the same time, but it's really hard for me to be able to. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I see you guys in the next video, man. It was nice. I'll see you guys on the stadium on Saturday. Houston Dynamo versus LAFC. Like I said, we're gonna do a review. And if anybody wants to collab again, like I said, I'm here for it. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video, man. Let's go.